We are about to get things underway on the sands of Zuma Beach here in California. They're off, and we don't have to worry about false starts when we start on the sand and into the water. So Emma Jeffcoat leads them out as she knew she would. I saw her after the swim familiarisation yesterday. She just had a big grin on her face, and she said, "This is the time for me." Jeffcoat up first. She looks around and she's waiting.
Always quicker.
She's smart here. She's going to catch that wave, and the others potentially won't.
She's the only one on it.
Jeffcoat in the water.
Just missed it, Ems.
She did miss it, but that came through and just washing machine everybody. But it looks like Jeffcoat out of the water first. Jeffcoat's going to get overtaken, is she? It looks like she is as they cross onto the black carpet. She didn't realise. And Lahair, the French woman, who's now switched her allegiance to Luxembourg, is the one that's going to come across the line and pick up the short chute for the Rhinos. John Lahair, after in London she finished outside the top 15, didn't pick up a single point, and then rocketed into fourth the very next week, and now leads this one. Looks like Lahair has been swallowed up by two and now three Scorpions, with Taylor Brown and her supreme bike handling skills covering that 15-second gap after the first lap, and now she's moved up to a couple of seconds behind. Bit of an accident there from Taylor Brown, where the bike go right, a la Vasco Velasa from last time. Who's going to cross that mountain line first? And this time it is going to be the Scorpions, and a fist pump in the commentary box.
Taylor Spivey running magnificently.
This is her race to win as well. She will think that. She had a breakthrough win in 2018 back in Mallorca, and she's been a mainstay, one of the most experienced campaigners out there now. Taylor Brown turns right to cross the finish line, and Potter and Spivey are locked in a battle to make sure they don't lose too much time back there. And then a couple of cheaters in CS Garcia and Steinhauser in 5 seconds covers there. Jeffcoat closest to screen. She was the first out of the water last time. There are the gaps back as they stand.
Georgia Taylor Brown will get the inside run on this buoy and will lead as they come out. Emma Jeffcoat on her hip. She wants to stay a little bit wider so she doesn't slow up Georgia by dragging her back, which she's done. She's moved out to give her some free water that makes it faster for Georgia, who's leading.
And there we go. We'll see if anyone gets onto that one, and someone did, and I think that's going to be Rainsley who's going to come out of the water first now, so that helps Taylor Brown and Rappaport, your front three. Taylor Brown's in an excellent position, knowing that she can stay with this lot and still continue to start stage 3 with plenty of time. Taylor Brown, she's come off maybe, and there's a chain off, and this changes the complexion of this race series completely. Comes around.
Oh, back wheel, lost the back wheel. It's just slippery on the back end. I don't know whether she grabbed that back brake and lost the back wheel. She seemed to be coming into that quite fine. She has got a lot of work to do, a long way back.
There is Rappaport, who continues to be off the front. And this race has just been thrown on its head in stage 2. Rappaport is at the front, and we know how good a run she has. Casillas Garcia is behind her. Steinhauser is behind her, and there is Spivey. So 3 cheaters. There are a ton of athletes who might be eliminated after this lap, which could still put Taylor Brown, who has run through some already, in danger of being in the final 3 when they finish the run. Summer Rappaport on hiatus for a time from Super League Triathlon Racing, and coming back with a very strong performance in stage 2. There is your championship leader, Taylor Brown, and immediately reaching for the water, getting ready. She's such a professional, she doesn't waste any time. Taylor Spivey, off she goes. Miriam Casillas Garcia right behind her. The Rhino and the Cheetah into the water. Spivey gets on one. That is incredible.
That is a huge moment in this race.
And you can see she's just left Garcia behind, and out of the water comes Taylor Spivey with a bonus 5 seconds. Taylor Spivey, she went in to this stage with a handy little lead, and it is more than handy now. She has the short chute in her back pocket as well, which Taylor Brown does not have.
Georgia Taylor Brown with her head down, chasing Summer Rappaport in the Cheetahs uniform on front. So they're still in this, and they're benefiting, the girls behind are benefiting from the spike skills of Georgia Taylor-Brown. But here comes Taylor, and you'll see that gap close now to Miriam.
Spivey takes the short shoot. She'll know she'd had that in the back pocket, and she has 2 laps between her and a famous home victory. This could be just the fight for 3rd step on the podium. And Lahair again with a fantastic transition. Not so good from Taylor-Brown as she comes out 4th of this group of 4. 1.5 kilometres to go now, and Taylor Spivey could be your new championship leader as we head to Toulouse. And she said she just didn't have the run legs last week in Munich to get over the top of Caldwell, which we both thought that she would do. Right here at home in California after a tough week and a tough month by her own admission, Taylor Spivey takes the win here at Super League Triathlon Malibu and takes the championship lead by how much we don't know. Miriam Casillas-Garcia finishes in a fantastic second, her first podium, and Georgia Taylor-Brown has run away from Rappaport and will end up being 1 point in arrears. A fantastic podium after a big crash in stage 2 on the bike.
Oh my God, it feels so good. I really wasn't expecting to take the win today, but to win at home is extra special.
Your race winner, Taylor Spivey, here at home, looks a bit shocked by how things have played out for her. She had a bit of luck, and she's a very humble person, and you can tell from her interview, but a very deserving winner. Fast start, plenty of testosterone running into the water as they get things underway. He's already doing some damage. Here's Matt Hauser, the Australian, who has been such a force in this series as he just tags the side of the boy. Hauser's at the front in the middle. Reed's there as well. Riddle, but I don't see McQueen as Hauser, again, like he did last year, catches a little one, not too long. And Reed as well as they elbow each other on the way up to see who takes the points for the fastest lap, takes that short shoot as well. And Reed and Hauser are sprinting away with it, and I think it's going to be Hauser in the end crossing the line. But how about that? We're going to have to see that again, I think. There was a little bit of argy-bargy there between Hauser and Reed. The Eagles pick up a short shoot, and Matt Hauser looks the more composed of the two out the front as it stands at the moment. McQueen looks to chase down Hauser. Matt Hauser's down in exactly the same place as Georgia Taylor-Brown. That changes everything. It's absolute deja vu here at Super League Triathlon, and this time, and again, it's the championship leader.
Unbelievable. Matt Hauser's overcooked that turn.
Same spot on the course, I think. Same stop signs, same issues, same barrier. Fish crosses the line. Ryan Fisher picks up the short shoot for the Bahrain victorious Scorpions. Hayden Wild has seen the man who leads him by a point in the championship, Matt Hauser, come down, and he's like, I'm going to put my foot on the gas now. He was 20 seconds back, and now he is leading this race heading into the back end of stage 1. Hayden Wild, who is a little bit miffed, I have to say, about never taking the favourites tag in this kind of racing, has put a marker down for the rest of the field. A bit of blood pouring out from the elbow of Matt Hauser, and I think that he is going to find himself being shown the elimination flag. So your championship leader, Chris Perham, also gets it, but your championship leader, Matt Hauser, gets the yellow flag. Who would have thought? What a day.
Yeah, I mean, there's not many words for that, eh? Like, I was feeling on, I was feeling red hot after that swim, and sorry to Taylor for giving him a bit of a hip and shoulder, but it's what you do for the race, eh? You put your heart and soul into it, and for Dan like that, it's pretty annoying, but that's all right. I got to get out there and support my Eagles teammates. You know, they're still in it, so got to do the team thing now.
We head into the water once again, and Riddle was rocketing off the line.
It looks like Riddle's lost his goggles, actually, so hopefully that doesn't hinder him too much. It can sometimes be quite tricky, especially in salty water, but he still seems to be moving well.
This is a big gap here. They need to capitalise on it.
Taylor Reed and Jamie Riddle really benefiting. 10 seconds or a little bit more for Riddle over McQueen and Dixon just by virtue of better body surfing, and that's, as you say, that's just experience. We saw Jamie Riddle turn around, do a bit of backstroke and time it perfectly.
These are big gaps, like very, very big gaps. Remember the accumulation of time into stage 3. Hayden Wild with a lot of work to do, missing that wave action, putting himself a lot further back than I think he wanted to be after winning stage 1. This group of 3 and Chase here with Chase McQueen and Jamie Riddle are trying to minimise that gap, and then the group behind is Sacha Seguir, and the benefactor in that is having Vasco Valasa pulling up that group and closing in. Remember that accumulation of times we saw in the women's racing in stage 3 is critical.
He does seem to be in the zone today. Ever since he got the little how you going hip and shoulder from Matt Hauser, he has been on it, the Kiwi, and he was ready for this one from a long time ago, the man from Gisborne, New Zealand. 2 laps on the run to go in stage 2. There is a short shoot already for the Eagles, a short shoot for the Sharks, which is given to be Taylor Reid, a short shoot for the Scorpions. And Reid will be looking to put time into this chasing pack.
He's looking great, Taylor Reid, in control. He's been able to get his breathing under control. He can relax into this run. He has a bit of a gap. He knows the group behind is going to pursue him, but he gets that rest that you don't have to push in this group back here, and it's all about being ready for stage 3.
Seguir and Wild are in the box seat, but Hayden Wild is running extremely well, and he's already dropped Taylor Reid and the group.
Hayden's in sizzling form. He's been in great form for the entire series, but he's loving this technical format and getting an open run space to move out on.
Hayden Wild has laid down a blistering run with his championship rival Matt Hauser eliminated after a bike race. If you're just joining us, Hayden Wild is saying, I am the favourite for this, I will be doing the job here, and he crosses the line, and there's a decent gap of 10 seconds or more back to Sacha Seguir, who will start quite well up the pointy end. Dixon was good, Riddle was good, Valasa was there. Wild is off into the water, and there's a lot of moving water out there. You can see in the whitewash there as Seguir bounds into the surf as well.
You see behind Taylor Reid and Chase McQueen and the other Sharks coming up now on the back of screen.
Jamie Riddle, the South African, turns the next boy, and we keep saying he just grows across the course of this racing. He now leads a Super League race for the first time. Suddenly out of the water comes Riddle, suddenly out comes Vasco Valasa, Dixon there as well, so a couple of Eagles at the front, a Rhino behind them, Seguir, the Israeli, sitting there in 4th position, and now it is just a straight run to the flag.
This is going to be a really interesting race. I think it's quite hard to call what's going to happen and who's going to be on the podium.
Chase McQueen, just off the back of this group, has to take chances through those slippery corners. He needs to be careful not to drop the bike. We've seen it happen twice today. But he needs to get onto this group. He has to push this lap and make sure he gets on, and he's going to get on this turn here.
Valasa, Seguir, Dixon, Wild, Riddle and Reid jockeying for position as we head into the back end of the bike, and we are getting close to the pointy end of this one. Good transition from Wild. He storms out. A little slip from Valasa, but it's Seguir that leads them all out, and the short shoot taken straight away puts Riddle back in front for about 3 seconds until Hayden Wild goes back past him again. He is absolutely hooking it, Hayden Wild, down the black carpet. 1 lap to go. Valasa hanging on. The pain on the face of Hayden Wild. He wants this one. He said he didn't have the 6th gear. He didn't have what he needed in Munich, and it hurt him that Matt Hauser took that win and also took all the headlines and took the favouritism. This is Hayden Wild's year up until that exact moment, and maybe it will be again in about 2 minutes' time. Hayden Wild comes onto the black carpet. What an effort from the Falcon. He does it, and in the end, he does it easy, and he loves it as well. It looks just like it did in London. Hayden Wild is your champion, Malibu. Sacha Seguir comes 2nd, and Vasco Valasa 3rd, and Hayden Wild is now your championship leader.
Oh, that felt good, that one.
Yeah, no, I was struggling in the swim. I just always got some bad luck and fell into the pothole there, and I was actually really glad to see Halsey on the side having a tumble and getting eliminated, but unfortunately that's racing, and I wanted to battle him the whole season, but unfortunately not today.
Aiden Wild, already an Olympic medalist and a Commonwealth Games silver medalist, is now picking up yet another medal, this time top step.